welcome back to Homestead Corner. And today I thought I would share my favorite manual kitchen tools. Share my favorite manual cooking tools and things that I think are super important to have in case the grid is down. A lot of people have plenty of solar, generators or what have you to keep running all their stuff. I personally don't have that much. If the grid goes down, our solar and our gas generators are specifically for the refrigerator and the freezers. And those are the two priorities for our family. So we have, over the years, collected and purchased different things that we thought would be super handy. And we use a lot of this stuff frequently. And, why not? We have it. It saves electricity. Some of it we don't use as much. But I like to have it on hand when the electricity goes down. I can still cook whatever I need to cook in the kitchen. So the first thing that I think, because I'm a coffee junkie, my most important thing is this little coffee filter. This is a collapsible silicone. It's a little drip filter. It fits on top of your coffee cup. It just sits right on top of your cup. These take number 2 cone filters. They're smaller. They fit right inside. You put your coffee in. All you have to do is boil the water, pour it down over the top. It drips. There's a couple of holes. It drips right into your cup. It's just like having a drip coffee maker. We have had these for years and years. We have a hard plastic one. We have a few of these silicone ones. I like these, great for the bug out bag. You want to put a little coffee in there, I love coffee. Coffee's important to me. When the power is out, this is the first thing we reach for, first thing in the morning, we're having our coffee if we have electricity or not. We can heat up the water on the stove or we can start a fire outside. We do have a wood stove. So we can boil water there, or we can go outside and start a fire if it's hot and boil water out there. So so this is my number one thing that I love because I'm a coffee junkie. And we use these for hiking, camping, anything like that. We always had these. So so having a couple extras in the house in case the power's out, the grid goes down, we've still got it. I'm not going without my coffee. The next thing that I really like, all of these are great and, pretty basic stuff, but I love my KitchenAid. I think it's wonderful. I love hand mixers, but this little baby, these old egg beaters, you can whip stuff up so quick and easy with them. They are nice to have. Super nice to have. It's still really easy. You can mix your batters, things like that, mixes, whatever. These are great. I really like to have that on hand, and they're not really that expensive. I'll put links to some of these products that I can find online, and they are, if I can find them online, I'll put links if you're interested or you're looking for something. The next thing that I love, now if you are making your own flour, if you're baking or anything, you probably have a sifter. And I like a sifter, but honestly, the thing I reach for the most is the berry strainer. This thing, because it sits on a bowl and I can dump my stuff in and just shake it. If I get to sift flour, I want to sift anything out, anything like that. And especially where we're experimenting with grinding our own flour, this is coming in super handy. So this is just a berry strainer, a big one. And this, I like it because it sits on the bowl. It's easier than, I grab this instead of the sifter. The sifter's great though. I have my grandma's. The next thing that I really, really love, and this is actually a campfire oven. They make these. This is an antique one that my father gave me and I refinished. And we use this on our wood stove in the winter time. No sense to heat up the oven. The wood stove is already going. We can put cakes, breads, muffins, all that stuff right in here and cook it right on the wood stove. So, which is really nice. So we do use this even when we have electricity, because why waste the electricity? The wood stove's already going to heat the house. And these are great. It's got a couple racks in it. These are originally made for campfires. They sell a Coleman one that is pretty nice. And I don't know the brand of this one. It's pretty old. It doesn't have a name brand on it. But they do make a Coleman one that you can bring camping, put it on your campfire. You can put it on a gas burner, anything like that. They work wonderful on the wood stove too. They're nice and small, and you can, it's got some shelves in there, and you can cook in it. Great. So grid's down, you still got muffins, biscuits, breads, all that stuff. You got an oven, and they're not too expensive, I don't think. The next thing, popcorn is one of my favorite snacks. It's, you know, good for the kids. It's really inexpensive, and I love this thing. Works great on the wood stove. You can use it on your electric stove, gas stove, anything like that. It is aluminum, so I definitely wouldn't put this out on the campfire because I think that's a bit much for it. It probably would warp your pan, but this works great on the wood stove, anything like that. You still have your popcorn. It's it's got a little spinner in there. I don't know if I can hold this up. You spin it and it won't burn your popcorn. It works really well. I love this thing. Super easy. It's a Great Northern popcorn company, and popcorn is really inexpensive, and it's not horrible for you, depending on what you put on it. All right, the next thing is, I think is really important to have heavy duty can openers. If the grid goes down, you definitely want to get into your cans. So having a couple, more than one, non-electric. This is an antique one that my dad's, and it's very cool. It's got all kinds of little ways to open cans and bottles. And this is just a, you know, modern can opener. But they're important. You want to get into those cans. Teas. I use a tea ball a lot. We grow a lot of our tea. I do buy some tea, but if you are growing and foraging, you're going to want a tea ball. These are like $2-3. They're cheap. And the next thing that I think is super important is a good cast iron pans. This is a 5-quart Dutch oven. I love this thing. It is great. You can put it in your oven. You can put it on the wood stove. You can put it on the barbecue, in the campfire, on a gas burner, any way that you have to cook. These are wonderful. And, you know, they're great. A Dutch oven with a cover is great. You can bake bread on the campfire in here. You can make your soups. We have a arm to hang it, so if we want to use it as a slow cooker on the campfire, it keeps it up high off the fire. And there are, you know, a trivet if you want to slow cook on a wood stove. You want to put like a metal trivet down to keep it, give it a little bit of air under there. If you put it right on the wood stove, it's going to cook a lot faster. But if you want to do like a, you know, pot roast or soup or whatever, and you just want it to slow cook all day, put a little metal trivet under there, and it will cook nice and slow, which is good. Makes those flavors delicious. And then the next two things, we are new to the grinder, the grain grinders. I did pick up this Victoria, and it's got a little dust coming out of it. I've been playing with this baby. I'm still working on it. It is definitely a workout. This is a workout. If you have the extra power and can use a electric grain mill, it's going to be a lot easier. This is definitely a big workout, but this is great if there's no power and you have run out of gas for your generator, or, you know, you don't have enough solar generator, or your generator goes down. long term, I think this is great. It is definitely a workout, and I will share this in another video, but it is a workout, and it works great though. It absolutely works great for your wheat berries and anything like that. So definitely love it. And then we have just an old meat grinder that was my grandma's, and you know, same kind of thing. If you're not able to get ground meat, I notice at the grocery store, ground meat is quite expensive. And, but sometimes you can get some of the cheaper roasts pretty inexpensive still. So you could grind up your own ground beef. You could make your own sausage. You can get the big pork roasts, the picnic porks and the pork shoulders and things like that. Cut it up, grind it, make your own sausage. I think those are great for that. You know, or if you have to hunt for your food, you can use all those parts. Grind it right up, make your sausage, make your ground deer, elk, moose, whatever you're grinding. I think they're great to have. And but those are my favorites and things that I think are important. There are lots of other things that you could definitely have. If you have a favorite manual kitchen tool that I didn't mention here today, please put it in the description down below. Let's help each other out and give each other ideas of something we may not have thought of. And that's it for today. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.